Nobody told me that.
Why? Okay. This is so frustrating.
Welcome to Beyond the Unexplained. My name is Janet Russell, and I'm here with my co-host, Anne-Marie Davin. As you know, we have a delightful, interesting show. Before we start with our fantastic, fabulous guests, I just want to let you know where I'm going to be for this month, okay? As you know, my home base when I do my private sessions is at Spa 25, 750 Middle Country Road, which is also Route 25, Selden, and you can call me for the appointment there, 631-654-3353, or you can call the spa directly, 631-346-3400. So you know most of the time I'm there whenever I work out whatever openings I have and whatever days. But for some other things coming up, April 9th, I'm excited. I'm going to be at Ladigan's in Mauritius, and I'm doing 2 events that night. The first event I'm going to be doing is from 12 to 2 in the afternoon. We're doing a brunch where I'm doing an afternoon of spirit communication. So that's going to be from 12 to 2. And with that, you will be calling Vinny there and making reservations there. And that number there is 631-878-1919, and then at 5 o'clock I will be back with 3 or 4 of my talented psychics, and we will be doing psychic readings there. So you're going to have a double decker there that day. So 12 to 2 I'll be doing it on my own, the spirit communication, and then from 5 to 8 it's going to be myself. And I believe it's going to be, I think, 3 or 4 other readers. But what you need to do with that is you have to register, because each of us can do about 12 sessions. And I don't want people walking in waiting and they're going to be like, well, they're not going to be read because, we have a limited amount of time and we have a limited amount of readers. So you would call me there again and again at the end of the show. I will give you my number, or you can email me. But we each can do 12 sessions, 12 15-minute sessions. Then on the 11th, I will be at the farmhouse in Cutchogue. I'll be there from 6 p.m. and their number there is 631-734-8539, again doing individual sessions. Then on April 15th, I will be doing a fundraiser for Dance Connection in Islip. And there you would be calling, I believe the girl's name is Melissa, area code 631-581-5041, and these are for the kids that are, they're dancing and they got to raise some funds. So I will be doing an afternoon of spirit communication there. April 16th, from 5 to 8, where I am once a month, I will be at McGovern's in Oakdale, and their number there is 631-218-8062. Of course, all of this is on my website, or you can call me and I'll give you the info. And then on April 17th, we will be doing an evening of spirit and a Reiki healing at the Spa 25. That would start at 7 p.m., and that number again is 631-346-3400. Then, I'm not busy, as you can see. Then on April 21st, I'll be doing individual readings at Double R Sports Bar in Islip Terrace. The number there is 631-224-4478. Almost done, guys. And then on April 26th, I'll be doing another fundraiser for the Cane Lake Community Club, and that's from 7 to 9, and the number to call for info there is 631-447-5724. The 26th, I will be at Angel Wellness in New Hyde Park from 1 to 4, doing individual readings. The number there is 516-358-7711. And then finally, on April 27th, I'll be at a new place, which I cannot wait, Peppercorns in East Patchogue. It's delightful. It's wonderful. I'll be there from 12 to 3. We will be doing a brunch, and I'll be doing an afternoon of spirit communication. The number there is 438-0661, and of course you can email me at rosebudgejanet@msn.com, because I know you're not going to get it all. I had to write it down. But now to our magnificent, wonderful guests that I'm so thrilled to have here. First, we have Chef Chris Coleman. Chef, welcome. Okay.
Thank you.
He
Thank you for
is.
having me.
I'm going to give you a little bit of this, and then you can explain more of what you do. Okay. CEC, which he will explain what that means, by the American Culinary Federation. That would be certified executive chef.
That is correct.
Okay, and you're also the celebrity chef, and you were on the TV show called Chopped, I believe.
I'm a Chopped winner 2009.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
And then we have my other friend here, Drew Henriksen. Drew is a man of multitude things. He's an author, a teacher, an actor, a stuntman, and a martial arts artist. So what do you do in your spare time?
Spare time? I don't know what spare time is. I've heard of this anomaly.
Okay.
Known as spare time.
So I'm going to start with the chef, okay, if that's okay with you.
Sure.
And you can basically give us a little bit of your background, what your plans are, what you're doing,
Well,
Why don't you start about the you went from boxing to cooking? So
oh, that's right, he was a
Well,
why don't you start with the boxing?
yeah, I forgot about that.
well, I would say I am a Panamanian 5 times Golden Glove champion.
Fantastic.
And I used my love to you. Also, I train a little bit of MMA, just to keep myself in shape. Although I'm not in shape anymore because, restaurant work takes a lot of time,
Right.
and it takes a lot of dedication. But I did boxing when I was a kid. I'm still a kid.
Yes, you are. You're always a kid.
By the way,
I'm reversing my numbers,
Exactly.
so I'm
That's
always-
right. Exactly.
I get younger.
That's right, exactly.
And from there, I fought in Miami 9 times as a professional.
Fantastic.
My last fight was in 1995, the Seville Hotel in Collins Avenue.
Oh, okay.
I lost against a guy from England.
It's okay.
Obviously, I don't consider losing. To me, losing to me is I let you win.
And
Right,
you had,
right, right,
and you
right.
had a
So
lot more new opportunities.
I
so-
gave you an opportunity to make you feel good. So I'm not a good loser. I like to win.
Yeah, but you're a winner now, so there you go.
I was
it
born to
mo-
be a winner.
that-
Mm-hmm.
I love
Exactly.
that. I saw that on your little DVD there.
I
on-
always win.
Yes.
So, well, so then I went to when I left boxing, my last fight, obviously lost,
It's okay.
and I decided to go to cooking. I wasn't cooking; I was doing cooking, as a matter of fact. And so then I decided to focus more in cooking than continue doing boxing. So while I was doing
Safer.
not really, because if you see my hands are
Okay.
sustain a lot of burns.
What made you decide to go more towards the cooking?
The reason I went to cooking, it was suddenly. There is a man, a Puerto Rican gentleman who was in a service in a U.S. Marine, and he introduced me to the restaurant business. I work in a restaurant in Miami as a dishwasher.
Oh
And
my.
I remember, and I was a kid, and I remember the chef calling me Speedy Gonzalez because I was
That's
too
funny.
fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so then,
That's good for boxing.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, right. That's yeah.
so, and one time I remember, he says to me, "You can't be doing dishes." And
He saw what you were
he saw
about.
He
Sure.
saw a lot of potential in me. So then he says, "You can't be doing dishes." And I look back and I'm like, you might be right.
Right.
I didn't say anything to him, but it hit me later on, and I'm like, you might be right.
Yeah.
So, and then he says to me, "Do you like cooking?" And I said, "Of course, I enjoy cooking." Was a kid,
Right, of
you know,
course.
Sure,
making money.
sure.
So I started doing that. So then he told me, "Why don't I go to culinary school?" So then I thought about it, and I'm like, So I went. I went for 1 year to culinary school. Didn't like it because working from chef to chefs, I found out that you learn more than basically what you learn at culinary school. You learn the basics, but that's it.
Yeah.
Right.
So I went from chef to chef. So I went for 1 year. Then I worked with many celebrity chefs. Like I can just give you a name.
So name a few. Let the audience
I have
know.
worked with I'm chef from. I have worked with Martin Verazategui from Spain, which is one of the best chef out there. He owns 3 restaurants. Each one of the restaurants earned 3 Michelin star. I work with Martin Witcher from Scotland at the James Beard Foundation,
Okay.
which a lot of chefs this era or whatever era work wishes to go to the James Beard Foundation. I have been there 12 times with many celebrity chefs.
Very nice.
Stefano Secchi from Italy, who owns I forgot the name of this place in Dallas. I was his assistant at the James Beard Foundation, and I have assisted numerous of friends that go to the James Beard Foundation.
Yeah.
I'm also a member of the World Association of Chefs Society, which is the authority of the world of cooking.
Nice.
Member of the American Culinary Federation, which is the authority of the cooking in Americas, and I do a lot of I'm saying community service.
Well, that's
I do a lot
very
of events,
important.
A lot of events here in the Hamptons.
That's very important.
Last year we did a women Samuel Wassman.
I was going to say Samuel Waxman,
Women Cancer Research Foundation
That's
fundraise.
important, yeah.
I'm on a line to do one of the celebrity chef,
Fantastic.
including top Todd English, celebrity chef Todd English, David Burke. We all 3 gonna be doing that event.
Fantastic.
Do you know the date of that this year? By any chance?
Hamptons happening.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the one that I know for sure because I'm doing that one.
Okay.
I'm doing that one myself. I have it on my phone actually, but I'm doing a one with Chuck Scarborough and
Oh,
I like that.
yeah.
That's
Okay.
Scarborough.
and that is Saturday, June 21st.
Okay.
So I'm doing that one. And I do a lot of events. Like I said, I do a lot of events, and I'm also do things for school. Like
good for
I
you.
teach them how kids to eat healthy.
That's
Don't
great.
with the program is held by Michelle Obama.
Oh, yes.
Mrs. Obama.
She has
Okay.
the
Which
Get
is
Healthy
chef-
program.
I see
yeah.
where she's doing that. Yeah, that's
chef,
fantastic.
Chef gets back to school.
You have that at your school?
So I'm one of the chef in.
Well, he's
No,
the
not,
teacher.
not my school, but it's funny. My sister, who you've met,
Yes.
runs the school cafeterias for Riverhead School.
Oh my! So there's
see?
another door
Wow.
opening. You just
There we
never
go.
know. That would be fantastic.
So yeah, so I'm involved in all the.
And my great grandkids go to Patrick Mitford, so you never know. You may be doing stuff, local. That would be
So
great.
last year I did a women's in fashion festival.
Fantastic.
I was the executive chef for them. And like I said, I do a lot of events.
That's important.
Give it back to people.
Very important.
They don't have the opportunity that I'm enjoying
Yeah.
that I have right now.
Yes.
So I like to teach people.
Isn't that a beautiful feeling to pay it forward? We all are involved in a lot of
Yeah.
fundraisers. It's so important to help others.
To me, I think it's fabulous. I mean, one of the best things. Every time I do things like this,
Makes you feel good. Totally. I agree.
I feel blessed.
Well, that's the
Yes.
key.
I
That
feel
is the
blessed.
key. Yes.
And I meet a bunch of people. I think one of the best things that I have done so far is moving from Miami to the Hamptons, and I was feeling good before, but I'm feeling much better now because I'm doing things and I'm giving things back to kids and people.
Right.
That
And you can't put a price on that
not at all. Not
because
at
it comes from the heart. And when it comes from the heart, God sees all, and I do believe in God.
It's-
And we talk about that a lot.
This is like when I talk to my
Yeah.
little one. When I talk to my little one, it's like she makes my day. When I do things for these kids, it's
That's
like
beautiful.
I feel great. I
And
feel
you're blessed, and the more we pay it forward, the more blessed we are.
Yes, indeed.
I
Yes,
truly,
indeed.
truly. So you're really, you're like Drew. You do nothing. You're just so bored. You're like, we have
Yeah.
nothing else to do with our lives. I know.
Well, I understand where he's coming from. He's doing a number of things, so he's very busy, and so am I.
And that's
Sometimes,
beautiful. And that's beautiful.
You know,
And it looks like you're enjoying every waking moment of it. There's a big smile.
Yes,
on your face.
yes.
oh, I love
And
it.
that's all that counts.
I love it. I mean, like I say, growing up, I didn't have the opportunity that I have right now. Like right now, I mean, America. You can't go wrong in the United States. It's America.
Right,
That's
and
true.
you had an opportunity also. Tell everybody about your time on Chopped.
Well,
Yes.
Well, my time on Chap was a great opportunity. I'm a competitor, as
Oh,
you all
that's
know.
good.
As a former fighter, I'm an egomaniac. I don't care if I have to beat you, cut your head off,
I love it.
And
I
put it
totally get that. I'm the same way. So yeah.
and put it back together later. Later after, but I
That
have
sounds like forensics. That's what I do.
Yeah, that's right. It all works
but I have to
together.
beat you.
You guys have it's like you can
So,
play
Yeah.
off of each other. It's so fun.
and so I enjoyed that, and I like that a lot. But back to the subject, chat was something very interesting because as a competitor, I took my competitive abilities and state of mind. I took it to the competition, and knowing the prize, knowing the opportunity,
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna grab the bull by the horn.
And
That's
you
it.
This is
did.
like this is the opportunity to showcase my talent and be able to
Well, I did see that little clip you had on there. I was watching that before, and I love and they really seem to appreciate that you put the peach the way you did too. I noticed that with the judges. They said that was great the way that with what that was that the one that won you?
not really. It
No?
was
Oh, right.
basically they grade you based upon obviously you have an appetizer,
Right,
you have a
right.
main course, and then you have
I
a
see.
dessert. So they vote and they grade you based upon the whole performance, not
Okay.
just what
Yeah, what
you
looked
had
like.
a great
Yeah.
appetizer, but the main course was
Right.
sort of okay. They don't basically it's like either you do it right or don't do it.
Well,
pretty
they
much.
do say that men make the best chefs anyway, better than the women, even though women we're always home cooking. But I feel I know a few men that
I
cook,
wouldn't
and
say
they're
that.
the greatest.
I wouldn't say that.
You wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't.
Really?
No.
Interesting.
I wouldn't
Don't say that to the women in
No.
my family.
And I have two little girls, right?
Okay.
So in my house,
Did your wife cook?
well, I'm not married.
Oh,
but
okay. All right. Okay.
But I
Did your partner cook though? Then did she
well,
cook?
I have a roommate.
Okay.
And I live with my roommate.
Okay.
He doesn't cook. Well, he cooks sometimes.
Okay.
And he's a foodie guy.
Okay.
And I'm a foodie person, but I don't cook at home. Basically, when I'm off, I go here and I
You-
go there.
yeah, you go out
and
to
I grab
eat,
a
yeah.
bite, and
I don't blame
eat that
you.
much.
Yeah.
But I have worked with a lot of women. That man, I tell you, they can
Slice you up.
They can make circles around you. I just can't. That's how much I can tell you.
So that's yeah.
So I wouldn't underestimate women's in the kitchen. I have worked with some women. Kat Cora, for instance, the Iron Chef.
Yep.
She's my idol.
Nice.
I adore Kat Cora. I think she's a hell of a chef. I think she's a great chef.
Good.
Very talented, beautiful.
Well, you have to be very creative too with
And
it.
she's
I
very
mean,
creative.
that's
Then we
cool.
have Alex Warner-Skelly, another great chef. Little boys out
And
of
I
two
see
pop.
you did something with Rocco Di Spirito. Is that how you say Spirito?
Rocco.
He's a piece of work.
He's
a
friend.
fun guy.
He's
Yeah,
a friend.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
a friend.
yeah.
He's a fun guy. Eric Reaper,
Yes.
another good friend. Another good
And-
friend.
There's
and
another one out there in the Hamptons.
Yeah.
And who are some of the celebrities that you've cooked for? Because
Well,
I saw
had
you did that as well.
celebrity that I had cooked to start with. I had cooked for Leonardo DiCaprio, Chris Lighty, 50 Cent's manager who passed away.
So Kate Hudson,
Kate Haxon.
like her, yeah.
Alex Rodriguez. Al Harrington, basketball player who used to play for New York Knicks.
I've heard of him, yeah.
Center. Chris Duhan. Russell Simmons.
Oh, Russell, yeah.
Reverend Ron. Russell Simmons' brother.
Uh-huh,
Rocco the Spiritu.
yeah.
David Rosenberg. Noah and Judy Tepperberg, brother and sister. Jason Strauss, that runs the Towers in Vegas. One of
Okay,
the
really?
restaurant that sells $80 million a year.
God, that's amazing.
Mr. Mark Parker, the CEO of a restaurant group. One Tao, Lavo, Marquis, the Brasserie, you name it. Beauties and Excess.
So you
Staten Social.
basically have a very good clientele besides.
Well, I used to be a private chef, and
Okay.
I do have a lot of customers that, because when I was doing private chefing, they would come to the mansion. They got to meet me, and a lot of them, they have my number. They call me
That's
through the
great.
summer.
That's
even
great.
though I held my job in the city. Now that I'm in the city,
Yeah.
from time to time, from the city, I travel to the Hamptons and I do my gig here and there, and I made my extra couple of $100.
Good for you.
Every now and then.
Good for you.
I think I do that. Last year I did at least 10 times.
Very, very nice.
So-
Yeah, you didn't just make a couple $100. You also made quite a name for yourself.
Yes, you
because
did.
Apparently,
Well,
you know,
that comes with the territory,
well, people, you know, when I say your name, they go, "Oh, you know,
And,
chef," and you know.
Also in the city, I have a lot of friends. That I also I would cater for a lot of celebrities in the city.
Very
also.
nice.
Including Tasha Moore, she's a good friend of mine, very good
Okay.
friend. She follows me a lot. Every restaurant I go,
Very
she usually
nice.
hop in, so emails me. She does a lot for her birthday. She couldn't hang out with me for her birthday, but you know, she's a very, very good friend. So you know, just like I said, moving to the Hamptons and getting to meet a lot of people. I think what I figured on life is you do the right thing,
Totally.
good things happen to you.
Totally, I totally agree. Totally.
It's like a karma.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
You do the right
Karma.
thing,
Yes,
good things always
yes,
come back
I
right
agree.
back to you.
And can you say where you're going to be this summer yet, or not yet?
Well, right now I had two offers that I'm working on. Both of them are in Montauk.
Montauk's the hot spot.
Well, Montauk has always been a hot spot.
Paradise.
The Hamptons has always been a hot spot. You can,
Yeah.
There's three places I'd rather
Love the
be.
ocean. It's beautiful. out
Yeah,
there.
there's three places I'd rather be.
Yeah, but I mean, people like bypass the Hamptons and go right into Montauk.
Into Montauk,
That's,
yeah.
you know, I mean, from
Yeah.
Manhattan, I'm saying a lot of
Exactly.
them, you know?
But there's three places I'd rather be in the summer.
Yeah. Where's that?
Oh, yeah.
Hamptons,
Right?
Miami,
Right?
and Panama Canal. Can't go wrong.
There you go.
Okay.
A friend of mine just was, I'll have to show you, was down there and it took like amazing pictures.
Panama.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I've never been there, but it looks beautiful.
No, it's beautiful. I actually have my friend from
I didn't
England.
realize how beautiful it
Yeah,
was.
I got my friend from England who just flown to Panama for 3 weeks, and she's like, I never thought this place was beautiful.
Yeah,
Really?
maybe you could be the spokesperson for the, Panama Visitors Bureau or something like
Yeah.
that.
that would be great.
Listen, I have my hand ties in the kitchen. so
Exactly,
I don't- Listen, I said this, I don't have time for a glass of water. And now you're
Exactly,
giving me
exactly.
another-
I'm giving
No,
you
I know
another
that
job.
feeling.
Yeah.
No.
For the tourism board.
It's okay. Leave me in the kitchen.
They be in the kitchen?
Yeah, that's something I like, and
Okay.
that's something I
So
enjoy.
see, now you guys have to stay tuned to see where you're going to be.
Yeah.
So right now I have two deals that I'm working on. First one is Gurney's Inn, which is being sold, and a
Yes.
new management.
Yes.
Right.
The renovation, decoration, it's beautiful. There's and the two deals that I'm working on, they're both right on the water. The only restaurant in Montauk that are on the water.
Yep.
You can't go wrong.
Isn't that
No,
something?
no, yeah. Yeah.
So
That is
we'll
beautiful.
see where,
That is beautiful.
Where you
Yeah.
end up. Yeah.
So I have one that I actually celebrity chef Seth Levine, good friend.
Yes.
He's been all over Food Network and also Hell's Kitchen.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, Kitchen
I've seen
Nightmares.
that.
Okay.
We've
So-
seen the Food Network.
So me and him are in the process of taking over. Me and him have worked together in the past in the city.
Very nice.
And here in Georgia. So now we're working we're in the process of either taking over this place, this spot, or Emery Friends,
Right.
who owns Sloppy Tuna,
Yes. Fun place.
which I cooked for them last night. As a matter of fact,
Ah.
they were very, very happy,
Great
very
people.
excited.
Great
I made it
people.
something very
Yeah.
interesting.
I know. He's making us hungry.
So they're giving me the opportunity, perhaps, to take over their kitchen.
That would be
entire
beautiful.
kitchen, my own menu, be able to bring different ideas to
Wow.
Montauk. That to me, that's a dream.
That sure
Okay,
is.
I wanted to do something different
Mm-hmm.
because I have been in restaurants in Montauk, and from restaurant to a restaurant, everything is the same.
Yeah.
I mean, food is food,
Right.
but you can do a lot with food.
Sure.
So, and that's something that I have not seen there, and I think.
So they're giving you carte blanche.
Yes, ma'am.
How could you beat
And
that? That's wonderful.
I'm taking the bull by the horn. I'm
Good for
I'm taking
you.
over.
Good for
And
you.
I'm so excited. Even though it's not so long as I want it for the whole year, but I'm willing to take the challenge.
Well, that's beautiful.
As you could understand, as a fighter, challenges is
Of
been
course.
part of my life, and that's when I can overcome.
And you're also a Sagittarian, and they love challenge. I'm between. What's your birthday? What sign are you?
July 29th. I'm
Oh,
a
that's
Leo.
right. You're a Leo, so
Leo.
we've got a
Well, Leo,
Sag, a
Sagittarius.
Leo. I'm a
I was gonna
Taurus.
say Leo is the
And then we have another
the
Sag
best
here. So
combo for
Yeah.
Sag is their opposite, so that's
Yeah.
the ones we get along
blend
the best
along.
with.
Yeah.
So look at that.
So you've got definitely a few
See?
good things in the
So,
fire.
yeah, so
A few coals on the fire to cook.
A few Colemans on.
Yes, that's a good idea. Very nice. She's great with all those little quips, you know. So,
She's very
all right.
funny.
Is there anything else you'd like to share before we go to Drew?
Website?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
You can actually Google me out, or you can take a look at my website. It's www.colemancooking.net, and there is a lot of interesting things in there. We do private parties. Coleman Cooking Team does private party, also cooking classes, and I do a lot of freelance event, a lot of fundraise. If you have any out there, you need any help for any reason, just contact me, 631-252-3041. I'll be more than happy to help you. That's what I'm here for.
Thank you so much,
No, thank you
Chris.
for having me.
Well,
You
we
ladies are
truly
beautiful.
enjoyed
God
you.
bless you all.
And you always have an open door anytime you want to come back and
Thank
bring
you.
us some little samples.
I'll
Exactly.
be more than happy.
We'd love to.
Yeah, we're going to be doing some exciting
yes,
things
we
this
are.
Well, you'll be in Hampton this summer, so
Oh, we're going to be out there.
yeah.
We're
so
out there.
I
We'll go
don't
home.
have,
You
I don't
know?
have to bring it to you.
No, we'll go
I
visit you.
actually told Drew at Sloppy Tuna they're going to be opening May 15th. You know, we're going to be out there with cameras and stuff like that. So we'll see, you know,
Okay.
On location.
on location.
Yes, ma'am.
So now, my friend, thank you for being patient, Drew.
Oh,
Okay. Drew is he does nothing like I say. He's an actor, a teacher, a stuntman. You do martial arts. What did I miss? Well, I missed something.
I actually used to run a hospital laboratory for North Shore University Hospital.
Okay, so you've done a little bit of everything, just like my man over here. I mean, you're so talented, and now you're an author of 3 fantastic books.
3 books. Yes.
So why don't we start? You know, is there a common theme of the books that you're writing, or
Actually, you may not think about it. You know, they all have dragons in the title, but I
Okay.
use dragons as a metaphor for independent thought. And the first book starts off, Dragons and Wolves, is about dragons and werewolves. And the tagline is, do you fly as a dragon or do you run with the wolves? In other words, do you think for your own or do you go along with herd mentality? And through the whole series of books, you see that one's not just right. Sometimes you have to think on your own, but sometimes you have to work together to achieve a goal, to accomplish something. And there's many other themes throughout the books, but the one time theme between them is, you know, free thought as opposed to herd mentality, and what's the benefits and cons of both of them.
Interesting. Okay, and we've got here, how important is science to your stories? Because you're a forensic teacher, so that all blends in.
I teach forensics
Yeah.
for Syracuse University besides teaching it at the high school level.
Okay.
And one thing that always bothered me about reading sci-fi fantasy novels is that some of them, it's all fantasy. There's no science. It's unbelievable. Such as,
Like they would make up something that
Yes,
scientifically is not correct.
Right. Like I hate it when I see novels or movies that have a triple DNA helix. No.
Right, there's no such
that
thing.
can't happen. Base
Right.
stacking, purine pyrimidines, they fit together a certain way. That's why they form a double helix. You can't have a third one.
Right, you can have a third one.
Wrapped around,
Intertwined with that.
yeah.
So I always use science, but I like to take science and then, well, what if something from outside the science realm conflicts with science? And I love having the character development, the characters dealing with, they think they know the known world, but then something else comes into their world. How do they react to that? How do they deal with it? Do they deal with it well? Do they adapt to it? And how does it progress, and how does it move the story along?
Henry, do you have questions?
Well, one question I did have was, by any chance, any of your students, have they read any of these books, and what do they think if they have?
Actually, the third novel, I actually did throw in some of my students, and this is back about 10 years